Now we are going to see our next one, that is if else in your C language. In conditional statements, the first one is if, the next one is if else. So what is this if else? We have seen if case, so the next one is your if else. So in C, there is one more keyword called else. So we need to write this one as lowercase letters because your C is case sensitive. Your C processor understands else. It's a predefined keyword. So if you write in lowercase, it will understand this else because predefined the code has been written for this else. Okay. So here we will see a small example. So if we have seen start of your program, next the condition. If the condition is satisfied, then this condition will give return me a value, that is your boolean value, either true or false. So we have seen that if the boolean value is true, it is going to execute the statements that are present in your if case. If the condition is false, no statements have been executed. But here in some conditions, what happens is if the condition is false, then also we need to execute some statements. So for that, we are going to use this if else case in your C language. So for this, what we will do here, if the condition is true, it is going to execute these statements. If the condition is false, then it will go to your else part, and whatever the statements that are present in your else, those statements will be executed, and this is your out of stop of your program. So if the condition is true, these statements will be executed. If the condition is false, these statements will be executed. But if you can see in your if case, only the condition is true, then only statements will be executed. If condition is false, it will not execute any statements. It will come out of this if case. Okay. So this is the basic difference between your if and if else. In else, if the condition is false, it is going to execute what are the statements that are present in your else. So you will see the structure. If structure we have seen, if the condition and whatever the statements that are present here, if the condition is satisfied, then those statements will be executed. Similarly, in if else, we are having else after this flower bracket. Okay, end of your flower bracket for your if. Then we need to write this else. And here also we are going to write this flower bracket, and here we are going to write the statements. Statement 1, statement 2. So number of statements depending upon the requirement, we are writing the statement in your else. See here in if else, again no condition is checked here. Only here in if the condition is true, then these statements will be executed. And if the condition is true, these statements will be executed. But else part, it is not going to execute. Your C processor will see else, it will come out of this one. If the condition is false, then only your C processor will see goes to this else statement, and it will execute the statements that are present in your else part. Okay. So if condition is true, these statements will be executed by your C processor. If the condition is false, these statements will be executed. So no condition will be checked in your else part. If this is not true, then it will automatically comes to this else. If here also similarly, if there are only one statement, no need of this flower bracket, your C processor understands only the first statement after this else is related to your else statement, so it will execute only one statement. If you are having more than one, you need to write all those statements between these flower brackets. So this is opening of your flower bracket, end of your else. So C processor will understand that, and it will execute these statements here. So this is the basic structure of your if else. Similarly, we will see a small program. Previously also we have seen this program. Int I is 10. If I is greater than 15, we have seen this true. If the I value is greater than 15, it will print the statement I is greater than 15. But here if you can see, I value is 10. 10 greater than 15. The condition is false. So my C processor will not execute this statement. It will go to the else part. Okay. So we will see what is the else part here. So it will go to this else part. After this if case, I will write my else. Okay. Here, and I am writing the statement as printf. Here 10 is not greater than 15. So I will write I is less than 15. So this is the statement here. I am closing my main function. So if you can see this program, I is 10 value, 10 greater than 15. No. So the condition is false. So it will not execute this printf statement. It will come out of this if case. Here it will see else. Yes, the condition is false. It will come to this statement and it will print I is less than 15. So this statement will be executed by your C processor. So condition is true, this statement is executed. If condition is false, this statement will be executed. So here if you can see, we are your C processor, basically we have seen each and every statement will be executed. But here if you can see, we are jumping some statements. So here we can see those are your control statements, your conditional statements. Depending upon the condition, if the condition is satisfied, then only we are going to execute these statements. If condition is false, these statements in your else are executed by your C processor. So this is about your if else. If you are having any questions or your queries, you can comment in the comment section. If you want to enroll in our online classes, you can contact Kaviram Academy. Number has been provided in your screen. Thank you.